Hey guys, so this is the last set of notes for Unit 2, and this one's translating inequalities. So inequalities are what's on the bottom of your notes here, and those are those symbols where you have less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to, okay? So if you see the words less than, then you're going to, like for example, A is less than B, then on the bottom of our paper, I'm just going to fill in that the less than symbol looks like this. It's pointing to the left. If you see the words less than or equal to, then the symbol that you're going to use here would be the less than with the line underneath it. If you also see the word, notice that if you also see the word at most, then you're going to use this symbol, and no more than, you're going to use this symbol as well. So if you see any of those words, you're going to put in the less than or equal to sign. If you see more than or see the words more than is going to be just the greater than symbol. And then if you see more than or equal to or greater than or equal to, it's going to be the greater than or equal to symbol. And also the other keywords that you might see for the greater than or equal to symbol would be the words at least and no less than. Okay, so using these inequalities and the words that they represent, we're going to translate these words into inequalities. So in our examples, we have I have less than $10. So if I have less than $10, then I'm going to write the less than symbol because that one's just asking for the less than and 10. Okay? If I have more than $10, then that symbol is going to be the greater than symbol and $10. At most $10, if you look at our example here, is going to be the less than or equal to $10 because I cannot exceed $10, but I can have up to $10. And then at least is the greater than or equal to symbol $10 because I can have $10, but I can also have more than $10. And then when it says no more than $10, notice that that one is going to be also the less than or equal to symbol because I cannot exceed $10, but I can have it. And no less than $10 is also going to be the greater than symbol because I can have at least $10, but I can't go past that or less than that. Okay, so that is all the symbols and their meanings, okay, and the words that go along with them. So if we look in our next set of examples, let's look at the key words that we've learned about in translating and be able to write an inequality statement for each of these, okay? So in the first one, we have, I'm just going to highlight the keywords that I see. We have the difference of a number in X is less than 12. So less than, okay? So highlighting those keywords, remember difference means subtraction. And less than is this symbol, inequality symbol. So if we have difference of x in a number, we're going to write x minus 5 less than 12. And that's our answer. In the next one, if I highlight the keywords that we have here, we have the quotient of 7 in a number, t, is at most, there's another keyword, 8. Okay? And if I go ahead and translate that, quotient is dividing, and at most is greater than, oh, sorry, at most is less than or equal to. When you say that something is at most, that's the highest that it can be. So less than or equal to. Okay, so when we write dividing, the quotient of 7 and a number t, we would have to write t divided by 7 like a fraction, like this, less than or equal to 8. And that's how that inequality would look. In number 3, it says a number subtracted from is at 26 is at least 7. So subtracted from means subtracting. And when a number is subtracted from something, it actually means that you're going to switch the order. So you're going to say 26 minus x at least is the greater than or equal to symbol. Okay, if we refer to our keywords, and then 7 goes there. All right, in the next one, in number 4, we have the distance to the nearest classroom is no less than 50 feet. Okay, so if we use D as the distance to the nearest classroom like it asks us to, we would say D No less than is the greater than or equal to symbol, 50 feet. Okay? And then this one is probably, the last one is probably the most common thing that you'll run into at whenever you are at a theme park, right? In order to go on a ride, a person's height has to be at least 60 inches tall. So you know that when you're riding a ride at a theme park and the height refers to H, that's saying, well, H has to be at least 60 inches tall, so greater than or equal to 60 inches, but it has to be 60 or above, right? So we know that at least means greater than or equal to. Okay? All right, so you guys have a couple of examples in Alex. As always, let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.